Good morning. This is a 2003 Dodge Dakota. It's got the 4.7 liter and rear wheel drive only. We're doing the upper control arm. I've already changed the hub out, but the upper control arm is the main reason why I'm working on it. I bought these from Fleabay, I think, maybe Scamazon, I can't remember which, but they were relatively cheap and a completely different design, as you can see. But I believe this is going to save me some weight, some time, some stress, because it does open up the top of the shock tower a bit. Anyhow, so far what I've done, I've taken off this inner fender liner. The factory inner fender liners have these weird push clips. Not factory inner liner. The factory installed inner liner has these weird push clips. Here's one here. You would think that you just push it from the backside, but it's almost like it's a pop rivet. You have to pry them out and break them, and then go back in with the Christmas tree clips. So use a trim tool, go around the outside edge and the inner sections here and take those clips off. The brake caliper is a 21 millimeter on this. The bolts for the brake caliper to bracket are 14 millimeter. These two bolts right here that go up here in the top side are 13 millimeter. Of course, this one doesn't have that bracket on it, so I have to cobulate something together here. This upper ball joint, the nut on the bottom side is 22, I believe. I don't know, it's up there. I have to get up there and look. And then of course the heat shield on the back side is not provisioned to be able to remove this nut without removing the heat shield. This one was already mostly broken off, so there was this stud here broken. That stud over there, you can see the nut broken off of it, maybe in the video here. The bottom side, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it's broken off as well. So I grabbed it with a pair of vice grips from the front, bent the center section down here to be able to move the nut heads for the actual exhaust manifold. Oh, you can't see that. The nut heads for the exhaust manifold away from this section here, otherwise it won't come out. The bottom side there was also still mounted, so that probably didn't help matters any. Needless to say, it's got over 200,000 miles on it. It's from 2003. There's a lot of heat in the engine bay as it is, and the exhaust manifold's probably not going to be putting that much heat off than it was. So we're removing them. We look like we got some engine air leaking up here too. We'll eventually fix that. But now we're going to finish taking the nuts off here. I've already gotten this one loose. They're 7/8 or 22 millimeter. This one I could finally get to now that that heat shield's off of there. So I'm going to work on getting that off. Oh, also, this nut right here, if you are changing the hubs while you're here, is a 36 mil, maybe 35 mil, since that's a little bit loose. I probably have one in the box back there, but you can't really see anything on the side of it. So I just went with my gut and took it off the way I thought to take it off. So I'm going to finish taking these up here off. I've already got this knocked loose, I believe. There's not very many threads sticking out the bottom here. I whacked it with a hammer about 30 times. So let's get this off and go from there. Be right back. Well, as you can see here, things have turned from bad to worse. The control arms that I was going to use on this aren't right, so I ordered control arm bushings and upper ball joints. I think it comes with lower ball joints too, but in order to get these out, the easiest way to do that is to burn them out. So that's what we're doing. We're setting a blaze here in the hottest state in the United States right now. I've already gotten that side out. after you've heated it up enough to be able to get the center out of it, that piece right there, that outer bushing comes out. So that's what we're going to do to this side, finish burning it out of there, and pluck away at some of this little by little, just so it'll be less to get rid of. And it's going to take me a few minutes. This has been going on for an hour now on that side. That side. This side's probably going to take about the same amount of time. The rubber doesn't really look like it's that hard to get out of there, but when it's fully encased and there's no airflow, you got to burn your way through. So let's get after it. Alright, both sides are officially burned out. Now I have Moog upper control arm bushings coming tomorrow, so I'll probably leave this sitting right here, if I'm being honest, until tomorrow, because I still have the other side to do and I'm running out of time to do it. Well, I don't know if I mentioned in the previous part of this video, but this was yesterday, so of course I have ADHD. The other upper control arms didn't work, so I sent those back. I got new new upper control arm bushings. And then, of course, new washers, since the washers that are inside of here, when you press them out, they destroy themselves. It would have made more sense for me yesterday, instead of burning the old rubber out of the old bushings, to just press them out. But I thought that I had what I needed, and I didn't, so wait, I take that back. I thought that I was going to be getting the rubber part of it, and I didn't. I got the steel part and everything, but of course it doesn't come with a new washer. Stop. We've got a new ball joint here. I used the factory bolts because the ones that were sent with it looked Chinesium, and I didn't trust using those. I'm hoping that with a little bit of time, these will work themselves the rest of the way in. As of right now, they are absolutely not going in there. I think maybe after I set it down, drive it around the block, I'll come back and try to put some more torque on these. These are 24 millimeter. These are 22 or 7/8. These would be 15/16 if you're using standard. These are 7/8. These are 9/16 or 14. This, I think, is a 21 mil, but I used a 22, but it works. And I can't remember about these, but I can let you know here real quick. This is a 19. This is a 7/8, and it's much, much smaller. She no worky. I guess it might work. Probably a 21, but yeah. So 21 or 13/16, 14 9/16, 15/16 or 24, 7/8 or 22, and of course that one's the same. Both of those are matching opposite side. I know you did. Sorry, I got my son out here with me, and he's trying to be on the camera or on the video, and I don't want him to. Anywho, the other side is rinse and repeat, so you have to remember what you did from one side to the other, unless you have ADHD and it takes you 4 days to be able to do this. If you find this helpful at all, consider giving it a like. Also follow. Doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that little button there. Thanks for watching.